Peace, peace, peace. Love, love, love. Well, greetings. It's the first time I've gone live on this particular page, and it's something that I am going to do more often. I wanted to talk about detoxing and cleansing today and how that can actually help you manifest your goals and dreams. So I do a seasonal cleanse course. I gotta get my words together. I do a seasonal cleanse course, online cleanse course, where we cleanse and we detox for 7 days. Usually that's during the equinox and during the solstice time. So that means like when the seasons change to autumn, when they change to winter, when they change to spring, and when they change to summer. And the reason why we do that is because we attune our bodies, our mind, and our spirits to the energy of that season. So as we know, please, Cassie, I love you. So as we know, we attune our bodies, our mind, and our spirits to the seasons that they are meant for during that specific time. So how you can actually do this on a regular basis, especially when you're trying to manifest and push things into your life. I know a lot of us grew up fasting, whether it was in a church or whether it was like for specific religious reasons. And we really probably didn't understand what the purpose of that was. They told us that it would be, sometimes they told us to, you need another detox. Yeah, I'm detoxing now. So we'll talk about that. So sometimes they tell you need to fast in order to, cleanse your spirit, your soul from sin or whatever it is. And that might be the case if that is your belief and understanding. But universally, what it does, it actually does what it does physically. It cleanses your body, it cleanses your mind, it cleanses your spirit from all of that gunk that we have accumulated. So specifically when we're talking about visions and goals and our dreams that we're trying to manifest, sometimes you can get to a point where you feel frustrated, right? You feel like you've done everything that you can. You feel like you've done all the meditation, the manifesting, the affirmations, and you're just struggling trying to really manifest that vision. Well, what happens is that you've been feeding yourself, whether it's good stuff or negative stuff or whatever, you've been feeding yourself so much that the body and the mind and the spirit is still trying to figure out, how to push things out and how to birth things out and push out the toxins and really bring everything into full form for you. So you have to detox and cleanse. It gives the mind better focus. It gives the energy clear focus, and it allows your body to be light so that you can actually shift into the next vibration, into what that manifestation is. So we do the cleanse and the detox. This is a simple 7-day guide. It has seven recipes in here for juicing and cleanse. This is my booklet that I created for those of us that want to start understanding the benefits of a juice and life cleanse. In this booklet, I give a structure, a daily structure. I gave the juicing recipe. You have the juice. And then I give a daily structure in where we talk about, like, for instance, in the beginning of the day, we start out with a cup of water. Okay. And then in the course, I go into a little bit more detail about what that is, what that means and how and why that is important for your body, especially in the first part of your day. Then the second thing you do is you go into 10 to 15 minutes of deep belly breathing and meditation. And also in the course we talk about, I give instructions on how to do that and what exactly that breath does when you move that breath through the body, and how you can bring that practice into every part of your day so that you're a lot more focused on what that visualization and that dream is. A lot of times, like I said, when we're trying to manifest things, we focus on all the problems surrounding that, getting to that point, right? Getting to that finish line. We focus on all the obstacles instead of the actual manifestation of that vision. And what happens is we end up manifesting a lot of those obstacles in our life. So when you fast and when you cleanse regularly during that period, when you're trying to shift and bring in that manifestation, it helps you stay super focused on just what that vision is. I was reading a book one of the books that I just finished reading is called A Happy Pocket Full of Money. And it talks a lot about quantum physics and how that relates to wealth consciousness. And there was a point in the book where he talked about how the universe does the work. You know, a lot of us are conditioned to think that we have to keep working, hard work, so that we can get our goals met, right? But actually, all we have to do is stay focused. You know, we stay focused on that vision, stay focused on what that looks like, what that feels like to us, and how satisfied we'll be in that process. And then the universe actually will align everything else around it. As you know, when you start to want to do things, you'll start to be guided. You know, you'll start to get questions answered. You might even get huge shifts in your life to where if you've been visualizing yourself in this beautiful, beautiful home, to where something in the house that you lived in, something might shift. Whether it's, it'll be something big, depending on how the universe needs to get your attention. You know, sometimes it can be, your basement floods, and you panic about your basement flooding when you might not realize that it's actually an opening for you to start looking for a home at that time, or for start looking at that differently, instead of, trying to spend a whole bunch of money trying to get this basement fixed or whatever that might look like. We have to look at come out of our emotional space, and fasting does that, because when you fast or when you cleanse, when you detox, again, you're focused, you're clear. So that looks like, you having less energy to focus on, the food, or if you're fasting from social media, you're less distracted. You're less distracted in other areas, and that way you can have a clear channel to what your manifestations and those guides towards those manifestations, those answers towards those manifestations, those steps towards those manifestations look like. So the first step, we do 10 to 15 minutes of yoga. And in the sequence, in this book, we actually have a yoga sequence, actually, where it does step by step. And I have the raw salutation in here that we do, because also during the cleansing part, you want to actually move the physical body, so that it can begin to, yoga actually means to unite the mind, body, and spirit. So during those yoga sequences, while you're detoxing and cleansing, it helps to bring everything together so that you are in balance as you're focused in on the manifestation of those goals, those dreams, those visions. Then the next thing we do is we prepare your juice for the day. And I have the juicing recipe in here. And like for the first day, the juice is tomatoes, carrots, cayenne, turmeric, and red beets. And you prepare that juice, and you sip on that juice throughout the day. The next one is you drink water. It talks about you drinking more water, and it talks about why you do that throughout the day, and why you do that to even flush before you're drinking your juice. And then we just move into some of the more, some of the things that we do before we go to sleep. So we talk about, this one is just giving you the instructions to go back into that space of deep breathing, yoga, and meditation before you go to sleep, so that you can wind the body down. So you're doing this cycle where you're charging the body up. You're observing the sun cycle. You're charging the body up during this part, so that you can focus that energy, and then you're charging the body down. And it's just 7 days of juice. The first 3 days is the juicing, and then the next 4 is actually live raw foods. So that means it's just strictly plant-based. It's stuff, fruits and vegetables that you don't cook. They are prepared, and I have beautiful recipes in here, like lasagna, a live lasagna, and a few other really, really good recipes that are simple. They take about 15 to 30 minutes to prepare. And you have your ingredients list, so you can go grocery shopping and prepare for that ahead of time. And it's just a really, really good way to begin to understand how to begin to practice this important practice of cleansing and detoxing, as well as fasting. Now, when you fast, you actually quit doing something. So, you know, so it's all together. This is an overall fast. And while you're fasting, you're cleansing and you're detoxing the body and the mind and the spirit as well, because you're doing the mind and the spirit are involved because you're doing the meditation and the yoga practices and the body, the awareness of visualization of your goals. So I'm actually doing a 7-day fast right now. I am preparing for a shift in my life. So I am making sure that I am less distracted on those things. So I'm fasting from food for the next 7 days, where I'm doing a water fast with herbs and tea and lemon and cinnamon and such. And I'm gonna post that. I'll probably post it a little bit later, exactly what that cleanse and detox looks like. And it's more of a parasitic cleanse too. I'm cleansing parasites for that as well. I really want to make sure I'm light body moving into this next part of my journey. And then the last 4 days, I'm going to do just juicing. And that's really going to help to cleanse and detox the body, mind, spirit, as well as prepare me focus. I feel so much lighter even the first day. I was, this is a good thing to do too when you feel yourself like really getting sick and really needing to push the start button. This is a really good thing to do to change the seasons, because a lot of us have these allergies that could kick up, have the flu and the cold stuff going around. So this is a good way to jumpstart your system, to restart your system, and to jumpstart your immune system. So you can pick this up. I'm going to put this link in the video comments here, and you can get this directly sent to your home, a 7-day juice and live foods cleanse. So anytime that you are really trying to push yourself into the next level, and you really need that focus and you need that clarity on what you're doing so that you can get rid of the distractions, cleanse and detox is the way to go. Trust me. Anybody that's followed my journey knows. And anybody that knows this practice knows what it does for them. So you'll feel it and you'll see it. So, all right, we'll go ahead and we'll post that. I'm just going to say what the website is. It is SM4, S is in, what is the name? It's Solomon, M4 publishing.com. And you can find this live juice, but I'm going to put the direct link for this one, for this particular booklet on here. And I have a few others on there if you want to check out too. But we'll go ahead. I'll be posting more on my other booklets on this page for you all to explore, so we can talk about some things. So if you have any questions about juicing or about detoxing and cleansing overall and what a fast might look like, so I'm fasting for more than just the food, we can talk about that. And you leave your Q&A, your questions down at the bottom, and I'll answer them shortly. Peace, be love, and live truth.